Yo, what's going on, everybody? This your boy Taz back with another video, and y'all gonna love this video. This is actually another build video. I was supposed to got this video out for you all, but today is the day. Let's get to it. The name of this build, SpreadShot. Yes, this is a SpreadShot build. I'm gonna break it down for you. We're gonna go over here.
Another tale to unravel.
And we gonna work with the headpiece, eyes ablaze, multi-shot causing explosion when hitting burning enemies, dealing 18,006 additional damage. Damage increased by 90%. Multi-shot damage increased by 10%. That is our headpiece. Next, chest piece, send for vigor. Primary attacks restore 1.5% of Strafe's energy. Strafe energy consumption reduced by 3.6%. Strafe damage increased by 10%. Shoulder piece, Hellfire. Multi-shot also launches 2 homing rockets, each dealing 6,597 damage. Damage increased by 90%. Multi-shot cooldown decreased by 10%. Pains, coughs, unrelenting fury. During vengeance, every 2 primary attacks will cause you to launch 1 additional rocket that did 8,259 damage to a nearby target. Damage increased by 90%. Vengeance cooldown decreased by 10%. We need that cooldown. Alright, main hand, Fang Spitter. Multi-shot now empowers your primary attacks to fire multi-shots for a short time. Multi-shot damage increased by 18%. Multi-shot damage increased by 10%. So that's the main hand. Offhand, Pain Sower. Strafe now fires your primary attack focus at the nearest enemy. Strafe damage increased by 18%. Strafe cooldown decreased by 10%. Okay. Alright, the alternate main hand, Unrelenting Fury. Strafe duration increased by 39%. Strafe damage increased by 10%. And at last, for the last piece, the alternate offhand, Hellbinder. Explosive shot now also causes enemies to burn for 9,132 damage over 2 seconds. Damage increased by 90%. Explosive shot damage increased by 10%. So that is the essences we going to run with today. Okay, once you got your essences, oh yeah, greens, set items. We're going with a 4-piece untouchable mount bank. Each time you take damage, you have a 20% chance to gain a shield that absorbs damage equal to 13% of your maximum life. Cannot occur more often than once every 9 seconds. On top of that, mount bank shield damage absorption increased to 33% of your maximum life, and you can move unhindered through enemies while this shield is active. So we got the 4-piece mount bank. Now this build a little bit different. I kind of swapped a little bit of greens on this one. So we got the 4-piece mount bank. We're going with a 2-piece Reforges. Increase the duration of all beneficial effects on you or your party members by 30%. And for the next piece, we have a 2-piece Seeds of Song Gold. Continually channeling a skill against the same enemy gradually increase the damage of that skill up to a maximum of 30%. That's gonna be a key factor in our strafe build for today. So as you know, demon hunters, we do have some of the best damage, single enemy damage there is. This is the class. We gonna squeeze as much damage out this build as we possibly can. Okay, we got the essences, we got the set items. Next, Paragon. We going with Slinger, the front, the top row. Unseen dynamism, dynamism. Doing you can gain the shield of unseen dynamism as you hit enemies with either a primary attack or skill, and the attacks must alternate between a primary attack or a skill to build stacks. Unseen dynamics increase your damage by 1% for every stack, up to a maximum of 10 stacks for 3 seconds. Then we have Spell Surge. Gaining 3 stacks within 3 seconds empowers your next 3 primary attacks, causing them to unleash chain lightning that arcs through nearby enemies and deal 34% base damage. Cannot occur more often than once every 30 seconds. Impulsive. Unseen dynamism no longer loses all stacks when it expires, but instead will lose 4 stacks every 3 seconds. And we have Gifted. Unseen dynamism can now stack up to 15 times. And the last one, Uncanny. When you have 10 or more stacks of unseen dynamism, you will gain Uncanny, which increase your critical hit chance by 6.5%. And for the legendary skill, we're going with Death's Release. When you continually damage harmful effects expire, they explode, dealing 30% of their total damage to all nearby enemies. Cannot occur more often than once every 10 seconds. So you better use these every 10 seconds. So we got the Paragon, we have the essences, we have the set items.
Another tale to unwrap.
I'm gonna go with the Reforges that I have for this. Anything else I could think of, I'm trying not to leave it nothing out. So we're gonna go here.
Hey there. Good.
The only, well, if you see my previous video, the Reforges is pretty much the same. These are the Reforges for all pieces of equipment. They pretty much the same, except for like 1 or 2 of their percentage, but it's the exact same Reforges. Critical hit damage increased by 3%. Duration of beneficial effects increased by 3%. Attack speed increased by 2%. Damage to players increased 1.5%. Damage to shielded enemies increased by 4.5%. The percentage don't really matter. It just, I want you to use each one of these, but if you don't have it, that's still fine. This is just my way of trying to squeeze more damage output out my build. But on all my pieces of equipment, it's the exact same. Okay?
Be safe, alright?
And yes, all of my equipment is at rank 30.
Be safe, alright?
So, as you see, skills, we're using explosive arrow as always, most of the time. Strafe, major skill we're gonna use. Strafe, vengeance, multi-shot, sentry. Now this last one where I got this sentry, you can either use sentry or shadow sight. And possibly, well, yeah, I'm just gonna say, for the sake, without breaking this build, sentry or shadow sight. So if you want to just move a little bit quicker for for a period of time, you can use shadow sight. I'm using sentry just because I would have a summon that could do damage with me. As you see, all of my essences doesn't have anything to do with the sentry at all. And yes, I'm gonna move a slight bit slower because I'm not using Darius Swing, but I'm going to hit hard. So let's go to the dummy and we're gonna see what this look like. So usually, if you got your setup exactly like this, what I'm gonna do is Vengeance, multi-shot, sentry twice, and press and hold strafe until the whole bar goes out. Every time my multi-shot go down, use it again. The beneficial effects keep going at it. Even my sentry by itself, I'm still at 2.9 damage per second. See, we got a nice little damage output. 21.4, a primary. And these are the gems that I'm using. Colossus Engine, I have a 4 out of 5 at rank 5. It's one of my go-to gems. Seeping Bile, 4 out of 5, rank 4. Fervent Fang, I have it at rank 10, but I'm using the Crimson Bellet as an auxiliary gem. And we have Wolfheart, 4 out of 5 at rank 5. Wolfheart. And then we have the Blood-Soaked Jade, 4 out of 5, rank 6. Now you don't have to have yours as ranked up as far as mine is, but if you have these gems, try to put these pieces together and see how much damage output you can get. All right, then we're using rank 5, 4 out of 5, Bottle of Hope. And we have a 5 out of 5, rank 6, Roiling Consequence. And at last, we have the rank 6, 4 out of 5, Starfire Shard. But the new gem that just released, I'm using that as a auxiliary. The Blood Foe. Your critical hits cause you to enter a blood rage for 6 seconds, increasing your damage done by 9% and your critical hit damage by 18%. While blood rage is active, your critical hits also rend flesh, causing enemies to bleed from an additional 10% base damage every second for 3 seconds. Blood rage cannot trigger more often than once every 20 seconds, and rend flesh cannot trigger on the same enemy more often than once every 1 second. And the reason why I used it as an auxiliary, because it would have just been that rank 1, and I didn't want to lose my resonance, for doing the swap. Now in the future, I would try to rank it up, at least try to get it to a 4 out of 5. but that's what we rocking with today. And if you don't have none of these gems, a nice backup, hold on, I can do it from right here. A nice backup, let's see, as a demon hunter, you can do Everlasting Torment. You can, that's a good gem for the demon hunter. Just scroll down. Entropic Well, good gem for the demon hunter. Power of Command is an amazing gem for the demon hunter. Blood Reach, that's another good one. What else? Pain Clasp, Mother's Lament, Viper's Bite, Crimson Bellet. If you already have this gem, then yes. And if I you know, Blood Soul Jade, Bottle Hope, Gloom Cast. I have that as an auxiliary in my my build as well. Where the Seeping Bow is at, I'm using a Gloom Cast as a auxiliary. Pretty much as a demon hunter, if you can shoot, even if Void Spark is pretty good, if you can just use your crossbow and shoot out one of these, you know, increase damaging gems, it's pretty good with the demon hunter. Void Spark is pretty good. I don't have one. I had a few of them. They were always 2 out of 5, and I pretty much used them as food. If I would have got like a 4 out of 5 or something like that, I would have kept it. Rolling Consequence. Wolf Heart is an amazing gem. Colossus Engine is very good. Blood Flow is pretty good. Golden Firmament is okay, but you only have 8 slots, so you know, if you're going for a demon hunter firestorm build, then Golden Firmament would have been a good gem to use. And the latest and the greatest, the Blood Flow. So yeah, I had to bring out this build today, the SpreadShot Demon Hunter build. And man, this is, if you just want to increase your damage, look good while doing it, there it is. See, the blood flow, you see the bleeding, it causes extra damage with the new gem. And on top of that, I have Wolf Heart that's doing damage, you know, continuous damage as well. And by me using the explosive shot with Rolling Consequence, I'm causing my enemies to burn. And I wanna show y'all something else. Let's look at my stats. My critical hit chance before I use the gem or anything is at 29%. Critical hit damage is at 63%, and my attack speed is 33%. Cooldown reduction 25%, movement speed 23%. If you want the movement speed to increase to 40 or 50%, you can use Shadow Sight instead of the Sentry. And let me go to Shadows. My rank, I'm on Whisper 2. Damage increase by 15%. Defense increase by 15%. These things like this plays a big role in your build. If you're trying to squeeze more damage out your build, whether you are Immortal or Shadow, you always want to make sure you make yourself all the way to the end. Whisper 4 in Shadows is the farthest you can go, which will give you 16% defense and damage. And hold on, let me check one more thing. My warband, I'm using protector right here. I'm using protector as my role selection. Increase block chance by 5%. And you know, with protector, you see this? Protector increase your life by 6.5% and your size by 15%. So even though I'm not moving as fast as my other builds, I'm still moving pretty fast as my normal running speed. And I have a little bit more life, which is an extra 6.5%. So I've covered, let's do another recap. I covered the essences. Okay. The set items, the green items. Oh yeah, let me cover this. I'm running 6-piece nettle and 2-piece wire. Usually, as a demon hunter, most of the time I'm using 6-piece nettle for survivability and for defense. After you gain the shield, for the next 6 seconds, every time you are hit, you will counter attack, dealing 40% of your damage to all nearby enemies. Additionally, damage dealt to enemies. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. Well, it says where I stopped it. Okay. Additionally, damage dealt to enemies hit by the counter attack is increased by 16%. Cannot occur more often than once every 30 seconds. So if you have a 6-piece, your cooldown will be 30 seconds. Then wired is after you kill an enemy, release a surge of lightning that jumps 6 times between nearby enemies and deal 60% of your damage to them. Effect cannot occur often than once every 30 seconds. So you can rock with this on any demon hunter build. You won't, if somebody constantly attacking you, it's gonna counter attack, so that's part of the damage. The wire is gonna release a surge of lightning to your enemies, and on the Paragon, you see right here, primary attacks cause them to unleash a chain lightning that arcs through nearby enemies and deal 34% base damage. That's even more damage, another more AoE damage that you can do as well. And hold on, let me go back to that. And right here, when your continual damage harmful effects expire, they explode, dealing 30% of their total damage to all nearby enemies. Cannot occur more often than once every 10 seconds. So that's why I'm using them together. Oh, never mind. Hold on, wait a minute. I forgot to reset the breakdown. So let's see what this build look like in action. So let's do let's see if we can find us a random dungeon. Just something quick. You know what?
I will fight to
here you
the
go.
end.
Hey, let's go. Let's check it out. Dang, I almost started late. had a late start. We got through with that fast. Okay. All right, pretty good, pretty good. 1.5 million damage. Now the thing about dungeons is you share damage with the people you're in the party with, because everybody's attacking the same enemies. But that's pretty good. Let's see if we can find another one. And let me see right here. I don't know what. If you want to get the new gem, you have to log into battle.net and claim it for free. Once you claim it from battle.net, you relaunch the game and it'll be sent in your mailbox. That's how you get the new gem for free. Okay, we have another. Ooh,
The tower is just beyond the courtyard.
a strong enemy this
Smells
time.
that you can look from there.
Oh, we finna push the pace, guys. Look at the health bar on her. Look how fast it's going. That's better. See, when we get an enemy like that, they have a lot of more health and you can do more damage. Well, I was in the 2 million damage. Now you gotta keep in mind, this is damage per second. So any million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million per second is overpowered.
The hands have shaped your steel.
I'm not even a whale. I'm 4K reso, I'm pretty strong, but a whale would have been doing like 10 million, 12 million per second. 10 to 12 million per second. Oh yeah, let me go to my familiar. This one I'm rocking with. For survivability, I love the cat. With Spirit Shroud, creates a Spirit Shroud equal to 240% adventure damage. When shield strength drops to 0, it bursts, dealing 240% damage to nearby enemies. And then I was able to roll Innervate. Familiar, after the skill has an 8% chance of resetting player skill cooldown. So sometimes when you saw my cooldown reset by itself, that was my cat doing that. And Soul Shield, one of my favorite skills for my cat. Soul Shield. I have Vigor Bloom, damage dealt increased by 5% for 2 seconds after a familiar skill that is used, and Creek Vine, which I don't really use. I don't even think I even used it really. But that's it for this build video. Alright, please like, comment, share, subscribe for more videos like this. And I'm gonna hit the dummy again. I'm gonna use the Sentry first. I'm gonna use Vengeance. I forgot what the name of this movie is. I'm tripping. Multi-shot, yes. So Sentry, Vengeance, multi-shot, strafe. And when I'm using strafe, I'm gonna keep my eye out on these 2 green bars, the Vengeance bar and the multi-shot bar. And every time they run down, you're gonna keep spamming them. You're gonna keep reusing them over and over again. Okay, for last time, we're gonna hit this dummy. Let's see what I get. And then use the sentry gun, squeeze a little bit more damage. And there you have it. So man, I'm happy. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe again. And I'm out.